This looks like a load of garbage, I thought as I checked out the trailer for Earth Defense Force 5. And you know what? It does indeed look like a pile of garbage. It looks like some cheesy 80s cartoon that's made it into a video game. But it actually plays pretty damn good. And I was surprised and taken aback by this. You see, the premise of EDF5 is pretty basic. It's a looter shooter where you will fight off wave after wave of giant alien bugs and other creatures coming to invade the Earth. You can play online, co-op, split screen, single player, offline, whatever you want. And all that cheesy 80s cartoon theme, that actually works in its favour and adds to its charm. So is the game worth buying? Well, kinda, but with a couple of conditions that I'll get to later. Now, you don't need to have played the first 4 games to be able to understand the story of Earth Defense Force 5, because there isn't one. Well, okay, that's a little bit unfair. There's kind of a story. It goes like this. A load of alien bugs have decided to invade the Earth and wipe out humanity. And you, as part of the elite Earth Defense Force, are gonna stop them. That's it. That's all there is. It's mission after mission after mission, and there are lots and lots and lots of missions in this game where you just shoot aliens, and then more aliens, and then more aliens, until there's no more aliens left, and you move on to the next mission. There's no complicated character histories, there's no NPC story arcs to worry about. The game doesn't pretend to be anything more than just a frantic mass blastathon. And you know what? That's actually a good thing in this case. Now, this is a bit where I would normally tell you about the gameplay, but I think I've pretty much already described it. You do literally just run through every mission, shooting everything, wave after wave of aliens. Now, the creatures do change as you go through the game. At the start, they're going to be mostly these giant ant things, but as you progress, you'll meet flying saucers and giant frogs and just all sorts of weird stuff. But the treatment is the same. Just blast them until they're no longer standing. As you kill stuff, you'll see that they drop crates that you can pick up for extra armor upgrades or weapon upgrades, which you'll get to use after the particular mission, assuming you survive it. And that is basically the idea of the game, but there are different classes to play with. There are 4 classes available to play in EDF5, and you can choose any of them right from the start, which is always cool. They all have their own unique weapons and upgrades too, by the way. But don't worry, you can switch around halfway through a campaign, or you can restart a mission and just choose a different class, and as you're playing through you will pick up upgrades and weapons for the other classes along with the one that you're currently playing. So if you wanted to switch after a particularly difficult mission, then you're not starting a new class all the way from the beginning, which was quite a nice feature. Now the class that I got away the best with was the Ranger, the common or garden foot soldier, armed with a variety of assault rifles, shotguns, the odd sniper rifle in there, rocket launchers, grenade launchers. Just pretty easy to get in with, simple gameplay, and I like them very much. The other classes take a little bit more experience with the game to get the best out of, I think. When you choose a wing diver, you get kitted out with a jetpack and a set of hot pants, which, by the way, you can customise the look of all your gear. You want to play in pink hot pants, be my guest, go for it. The wing diver's weapons are completely different and are based around charging things up with energy. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but jetting around the mission zones with a jetpack is pretty cool. I really like that. You've also got the Air Raider, and I did not get away with the Air Raider at all. I think it's because it's more of a support class that shines really in multiplayer. You've got lots of airstrikes and artillery strikes that you can call in. There's support systems, there's sentry guns that you can place, but the direct damage weapons themselves I didn't really like in this class. It's maybe I wasn't using them right, it just wasn't for me. Then you've also got the Fencer, which is the coolest looking of the classes. You play a guy in a big powered mech suit, and you can attach really heavy weapons on, Gatling cannons, huge mortars, big explosive stuff, flamethrowers. You've got some real good options in this. It's very slow, but it's got some cool abilities that look great. Now you can also use vehicles and mech suits, but the thing that really makes the game is the co-op. This game is designed to be played with other people. You can play it yourself, you can play it offline, it's not a problem, but you will definitely get more out of it playing with friends. You can play split screen on one computer, couch co-op. I always like that. Takes me back to my early gaming days. That's why I got into gaming in the first place. Or you can just play online with some friends if they also have the game. Or if you don't have any friends like me, then you can just make a lobby and just have people join. There's easy communications in the game. You don't need to type anything. There's lots of predefined responses and shout-outs that you can just hit with a touch of the control pad or a stroke of the keyboard. Oh yes, controls. You can play in either gamepad mode or keyboard and mouse mode, whichever you prefer. I found they both work pretty well, but as with any shooting games that require aiming, I do find the mouse to be a little bit more accurate in that regards. If you're an experienced gamepad user, you'll probably get used to that fine. It's not too much of a problem because the guns and the shooting, it doesn't require pinpoint accuracy in this. So all in all, either control method works pretty damn well. So to me, the game looks and sounds like an 80s Japanese cartoon that's been badly dubbed into English. But you know what? I'm absolutely fine with that. That's the theme of things, and it actually works. Both the music and the background NPC's chatter sounds like they're right out of some low-budget science fiction movie. As do most of the gun effects, but the explosions are nice and meaty. And you know what? It all works. It all fits with the theme. If it was some other game that was trying to act like a modern AAA game in looks, I'd say this was a failure. But it's not trying to do that. It's not trying to pull off that at all. And the fact that the graphics are pretty basic means that when the screen gets really, really busy and crowded and you are swarmed with bugs, it doesn't slow down. I've had no performance issues at all with this. Playing in 1080p, mind, but no, it's just worked. So, did I enjoy the game, and would I recommend it? Yes, I enjoyed it, but as for recommending it, I would say yes, but I've got two conditions on that. Firstly, it's the price. On Steam, it's 47 quid, which is a lot for a PC. I feel like it's a lot for a PC game anyway. And if you're only going to play it solo, single player, I would say no. At least not at that price. Wait for it to go on sale at some point. In fact, that's the second condition. If you're going to play this single player, you're probably not going to enjoy it as much. Certainly not as much as if you were playing co-op. I wouldn't play this now single player. I'd go and find some friends to play with. That's where the game really shines. That's where we had loads and loads of fun. But playing it through solo seems a little bit empty. And certainly for the price of the game, well, those are my two conditions. If you're planning on playing it multiplayer anyway, or if you're going to wait for a sale, then yes, I would recommend this. The game doesn't pretend to be anything that it isn't. It's not pretentious at all. It doesn't claim to have some wonderful storyline. It just presents you with mass shooting action, wave after wave of bugs. It's simple, but it works. The loot system is really nice. You pick up weapon upgrades. That's what keeps you playing. You want to see what new weapon you're going to get, or how it's going to be upgraded after the mission, if you've managed to pick up the right stuff, and what you can play with, what you can do after that. And the class progression as well. There's plenty of replayability. You can play through all the missions, and I don't know how many there are. There are dozens and dozens of missions. It'll keep you going a long time, and then you can play through them all again as a different class, which you've already semi-upgraded through the loot system anyway. So you can try lots of stuff out. But it's definitely the multiplayer that would keep me coming back. So bear that in mind if you're looking to pick up Earth Defense Force 5. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Earth Defense Force 5, then do go and check out my Let's Play series. It's only a few videos long. It was just me learning the game and getting to grips with it and having a bit of fun co-op as well. And of course you can always follow me on Twitch, where I like to play both old-time classics and new games as they come out. Alright folks, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time.